A cold dawn pressed against the dusty windows of Miller's diner, where the sky struggled to find its color. The world outside looked tired, gray, quiet, and forgotten. Inside, the smell of burnt coffee and buttered toast drifted through empty booths, mixing with the hum of a flickering neon sign. At the farthest corner, where no one ever sat unless they had nowhere else to go, an old woman appeared. She came every single morning, always alone, wrapped in the same long black coat, a silver feather-shaped brooch pinned near her heart. Her name was Eleanor Hayes, and in her trembling hands, she carried the weight of a life that had once been full, and then suddenly lost everything. But every morning, one person noticed her, a young waitress named Mara Weaver, 26 years old, surviving on tips that barely paid rent, but somehow still smiling. Mara wasn't like the others. She didn't come to work just for the paycheck. She came to believe that kindness still mattered in a world that sometimes forgot how to care. She had grown up with very little, an orphan by 10, raised in foster homes, working since she was 15. Life had never been gentle, but her heart never broke. And when she saw Eleanor sitting there, lonely and fragile, Mara felt something, a quiet pull, like two lost souls recognizing each other. Before we continue, if you believe small acts of kindness can still change the world, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to HOA Chronicles, and share this story with someone who needs hope today. Your support keeps real stories of compassion alive. 2 months ago, Mara first noticed Eleanor counting coins for tea and dry toast, the cheapest thing on the menu. Her hands shook as she placed each coin on the table. Most people ignored her. Some pitied her. But Mara couldn't look away. So she started helping, quietly, gently. She warmed her toast, refilled her tea without charging, sometimes slipped an extra muffin on her plate and called it chef's special. Eleanor would protest softly, embarrassed, but Mara would just smile. And slowly, a silent friendship began to bloom. Through their small conversations, Mara learned that Eleanor once lived near the ocean, that she used to smile a lot, and that she loved reading under a lamplight. Eleanor, in return, learned that Mara had no car, walked home every night, worked double shifts, and still believed kindness would always find its way back someday. But Eleanor never spoke about her past. There were chapters she had erased, and Mara didn't ask. Then one bitter morning, Mara saw tears in Eleanor's eyes. When she asked what was wrong, Eleanor whispered she had nowhere to live anymore. Her apartment was gone. She planned to sleep in a bus station that night. Mara didn't even think. She took Eleanor's trembling hands and said, "You'll stay with me." That evening, Mara brought Eleanor home to her small apartment. She gave her the bed and slept on the couch. She shared her food, washed her clothes, helped her look for aid, even though she herself barely had enough. Eleanor would often cry, asking, "Why are you doing this, dear?" Mara would smile and whisper, "Because no one helped me when I needed it. But I promised myself, if I ever could, I would." For days, they became each other's comfort, until one morning, Eleanor didn't come to the diner. Then another day passed. Then another. Mara's heart sank. When she rushed home, Eleanor was gone. Her room was clean, her bed made, and on the pillow lay a note. "Thank you for giving me back hope. Eleanor." No address, no explanation, nothing. Just silence. Weeks passed. Mara kept looking for her, hospitals, shelters, anywhere. No one had seen Eleanor. She thought maybe she'd never see her again. Then one quiet Tuesday, the door of the diner opened, and life changed. A convoy of black SUVs pulled up outside. 4 men in black suits stepped in, followed by 2 lawyers. The whole diner froze. One of them spoke. "Is there a Mara Weaver here?" Mara's heart raced. I'm Mara. "Miss Weaver, please come with us." "Why? What's going on?" "You'll understand soon." Something inside told her to trust them. Minutes later, she was sitting in the back of an SUV, driving through gates taller than trees, into a world she'd never known. Perfect gardens, marble statues, mansions worth millions. They stopped before a grand estate. As the doors opened, soft piano music echoed through the halls. And there, sitting by a window surrounded by white lilies, was Eleanor Hayes, radiant, elegant, and alive. Mara froze. "Eleanor?" she whispered. The old woman smiled warmly. "Hello, dear. What happened next?" Mara would never forget. Eleanor revealed the truth. She was not a homeless widow. She was the sole heir to Hayes International, one of the country's largest private investment firms. A billionaire who had vanished from the public eye after losing her husband and only son in a tragic accident. Heartbroken, she had left everything behind: wealth, power, fame, to see if true kindness still existed. And then she met Mara, a girl who gave everything she didn't have without expecting a thing in return. Eleanor took Mara's hands, her voice trembling but firm. "I don't need a maid or a nurse. I need a heart I can trust. I want you by my side, not as an employee, but as family. You reminded me that life is still worth living. Everything I have, one day, will be yours, not because of blood, but because of love." Mara's tears flowed. For years, she had been alone in the world, but now she wasn't. In that moment, she understood something beautiful. Sometimes, you're sent to save someone's heart, and they end up saving yours. They embraced, two souls who found each other in a universe that often forgets compassion. If this story touched your heart, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to HOA Chronicles, and share it with someone who still believes kindness can change lives. And before you go, tell us in the comments, what's the most powerful act of kindness you've ever witnessed? Because sometimes, one small act of love can turn a stranger into family and remind the world that no one is ever truly forgotten.